Hey, welcome back to the crafting trailer. We're back here to work on something different but Christmassy. So let me find what I'm looking for. I think you'll like it. At least I like it. So the Notes and Totes dies, the stamp set I left at home, but the dies though are really good. I want to make a Christmas tote. So let's do that. And I prefer this handle. So those are the only two dies I'm going to need. So I got to do a little bit of planning here. I got to locate some papers. So let's see what we have available. So I've got a whole wad of paper. Now preferably I want to use some double-sided. So let's see what we have here. So this might take a good couple of minutes to sort through and find some good stuffs. Let's just pull it all out. Let's try that. Bound to have something good in here anyway. Oops. Oh, I got papers flying everywhere. Okay, well I lost a piece somewhere. Alright. I'm just gonna move stuff around. So some of these are card bases, which actually could technically work. So I'm going to keep the smalls there. Where's my die? Technically that die could work in those too, so we'll keep that in mind. Alright, so first things first, I've got some various papers here. Now these are one-sided. I preferably not one-sided. I want double-sided for a reason, because of the 3D-ness of this really nice tote. Ooh. Oh, that's pretty. Oh, that's pretty. I might go with that. Thank you, Elaine, for this beautiful paper. Okay, I might already have something right off the top. Alright. And those are double-sided as well. Okay. We have a good start. I don't have to sort through everything. I thought I might have to. Alright, now I just want to grab... because something went flying somewhere. I'll find it out. Oh, there it is. I just want to make sure I put things back together. Ease of packaging when I go home. Alright, so let's get all this into the baggie. So I think we have some good possibilities here. Get all this designer series paper packed up. And there we go. Okay, so I'll just put that down there for now to have it. Alright, so what I really only need is two sides, preferably matching, but they don't have to. Oh, I like that. And then we've got some other stuff here. Okay, I don't think these are going to cut it. Oh, I like that. Okay, I have decided. I've made an executive decision on how I'm making this. Alright, let me get that baggie back. We might come dive into that later when we do another video. Okay, so this I'm going to use for the handle. So put that off to the side for now. This I want to use for the tote. Now, I could use one. I think I might just use this one, actually. So we'll put that off to the side again. Alright, so then the tote here, let me remind myself the size. I believe it's 3 inches. I originally thought it was 3 1/4. But no, you can fit it within 3 inches. So based on that, I'm just going to chop that right in half. Well, there we go. And then this, we're going to have to cut that down too. I need 2 handles. So pretty much 1 3/4 will do. There we go. So then we're going to die cut for a few minutes and get going on that. I got paper everywhere, it seems like. Let me get that put away. Okay, die cutting time. I am going to move this out of the way. It makes life a lot easier when you're die cutting. bring in the little mini machine. The mini machine's a trooper. It is my most loved die cutting machine. So I use it for almost everything. So I'm going to do the handle first. So essentially I got to run through it twice. Oh, it's going to crack pretty good too. Hopefully it doesn't knock my camera down. I'm having it balancing with tape. Okay, so yes, die cutting in here might be a little bit of a challenge. It might come flying, but we'll deal with it. Alright, so then let's get that out. Let's get that out. We're going to run it again. I'll have to readjust the camera after we die cut. There we go. And then that's stuck in there pretty good, but we'll just pop it out. There we go. Alright, so then that component is done. Now we gotta do the tote section. Just gonna make sure this is on, because it's not on very well. I don't have a proper stand out in the trailer here for the camera, because I'm just using technically a microphone stand, balancing. Alright, so let's run this beautiful piece through. Please stay. Alright, and then we got one more to cut. Oh, isn't that beautiful? Alright, last round. Come on, buddy. Alright, we are done die cutting. So let's adjust this. We should be good. Oh, that's cool. Okay. So let's put all the pieces away that we don't need right now. I'm going to rotate my place a little better for next time. And really, next step for the tote is assembly. Easier said than done. But I've done these several times now that I kind of know what the heck I'm doing. So, first thing is first, fold. There's all these score lines and all these. I'm not going to show all the score lines. But when you have these dies, you'll notice them. Because, for example, I'll just flip it over. Line, 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 line. So several lines. And ideally, when you're doing notes and totes for the dies, use some thick designer series paper or cardstock. Otherwise, if it's not thick, it ain't gonna hold worth crap. So that's my advice when it comes to this type of stuff. Alright, there we go. Alright, now this is the part where I'm going to use the Seal Plus to put a good strip right on the bottom. And then take one of these and one on top of the other. Like so. Okay. And then fold these guys in. Okay. And we're going to need some glue dots to go on those now. So here's our Stampin' Up! Mini glue dots, which I have not used these ones yet. Now the challenge of doing this, so when they're on a strip like this, just rip the strip and bringing your glue dot to where you want to stick it, punch it in, lift up, and you're good to go. And that is my technique for using these type of glue dots. versus the paper pumpkin ones are a little different. The only challenge is you have to make sure you line it up to where you want it to go. But I found this technique to be most effective. I gotta get to the other side here. Alright, and then do another. I think the sun's out a little bit here. Well, that's a good thing. So I'll make sure I get that where it's supposed to be. And there we go. Okay, so that's it for the glue dots. The rest of the assembly, ideally, is tear and tape. So let's grab site. I was excited, like I got some tear and tape here. Yay. I don't have much here. I forgot to pack some today, but oh well. We'll make do with what we can. And I'm going to need some scissors. So you need 4 strips of tear and tape. Now, one side goes on the inner. So for example, that's on the inner, that'll be on the outer. So already figure out which is which ahead. And just kind of cut what you need. There we go. Alright, and then on the outer. Or that was outer, that's inner. It doesn't matter. You know what I mean. Alright. So that goes there. Now let's get the other side here. And this is actually, once you get the hang of making these a whole bunch of times, they're actually really easy to make. Alright, so there we go. So the next step is take off all the white caps on all these pieces. I'll get my die way over here. Let's not lose it yet. And we'll come back to those 2 handles in the short. And then one more. Okay. So then, because that's on the outer, that's on the inner. So just bring it in. I know it's kind of how well you guys can see. That way, like there. This goes on. I know it may be hard to explain, but it does work. And then similar on the other side. Just the reverse. And there's our tote. Now on the inside, we put those glue dots. Punch in. Not really punch, but just help stick them to the inside. That way they're a little more stuck in there better. There we go. And then all that's left is the handles. So these use the glue dots. So already get them set on the side you're going to glue onto. I like that blue. That blue looks really, really good. This is going to be a beautiful Christmas tote for somebody. So I use a combination of 3. And again, the same technique that we just discussed about using the wax paper version of the glue dots. It just makes life a lot easier. And then one more. There we go. That's one set. Let's get that on. Ta-da. There's our tote. Flip over. We gotta do the other one. I'm just rocking here today. I don't know what paper this is, by the way, so don't, ask me, well, what paper is this? I have no idea. Our good friend Elaine had gave some, and because this is what I grabbed, I'm like, you know what? This will work beautifully with what I'm doing today. Okay, this glue dot's being a little bit of a pain in the butt. Sometimes you don't tear it well, and that's okay. Alright, almost there. And this is a non-stamping project, actually, I just realized. And there we go. There is our beautiful, see what I mean? You want double-sided pattern, because that way it's just beautiful little Christmas tote. Yay, that's exciting. Well, thanks guys for watching. And if you ever want to hang out in the crafting trailer, I know it's not Christmas yet, thankfully. We're still in some warmer months, but it's ending soon. But for 2026, give me a shout. Come hang out here. We've got so much space. I can sit myself and 3 people easily. I can advance to larger avenues as needed. I have tents. We can do this. All right. Thanks everyone for watching. Bye.